Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, it's recording.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, if you check this derivatives and just read through the definition of initial margin, maintenance margin, initial margin says is the amount that must be deposited in futures account before a trade may be made. Before you can start the trade,
So what
uh,
page are you on?
your my page will differ, but where the futures it's right before the swaps and options. Module
Okay, yeah.
56 tool.
Yeah, I found that.
Yeah, and the initial
Initial
margin.
margin is the amount that must
Yeah.
be deposited in a futures account before trade may be made. Initial
Initial
margin per
margin is
contract.
relatively low and
हाँ जी.
equals about 1 days of maximum price fluctuation, right? So it can be any amount, right? There's no
Okay, fine.
like specification. But maintenance margin is the amount that must be maintained in futures account if the maintenance margin falls, if the maintenance balance falls below the maintenance margin through daily settlement of gains and
Gains
losses.
and losses. Additional
Additional
funds
funds
must be
must be deposited to bring the margin back up to the initial margin amount,
understood.
right? Okay. So, so the basic premise of how the derivatives as futures and forwards work and how the margin works is clear to you.
Yeah.
Mostly, ज़्यादा इसमें कुछ है नहीं. Like when it comes to margins वाला part सिर्फ इतना ही है अभी के लिए. If the question comes up, then probably we can like deal more with it. Alternative investments में margin का use आएगा तुम्हें, right?
ठीक
Now
है.
let's move on to swaps and options, right?
Done. This bit I haven't done. I had only read till.
You have read options and swaps, have you?
No, I haven't read options and swaps. I've only read till this maintenance margin initial.
Okay. Good. And are you aware of what are swaps and options?
I mean, I know what options are. Swaps, I don't know. Options are your call and put options, right?
Huh. Are you aware of what are they, how do they function?
Yeah. I know what call and put options are.
Okay. Good. So फिर मैं इसको बहुत ब्रीफ में बताता हूँ ऑप्शंस को.
तो
Now
एक
that
बार बता ही दो.
ठीक है, no issues. So forwards और futures जो थे, I told you cannot exit it. क्यों? क्योंकि you have an obligation to meet it.
Okay.
Whereas options, as the name suggests, is an option. It's a choice. And how does this choice function is in for in whenever I say forwards and futures, जब भी forwards बोलूँ उसको futures से synonymous समझ लेना, ठीक है?
ठीक
Just
है.
call it synonymous to futures. I currently have price trading at 100 and I make a contract that on 30th day I'm gonna buy it for 150. ऐसे था and I have to buy it. I
Yeah.
have to pay 150, correct? Whereas in options, the current price let's say is 100. I make a contract of 150. I am not obligated to pay 150 or buy it. If I see that the market price is let's say more than 150, I will say okay, I have this option in my hand and I'm gonna buy it. If the market price is less than 150, I'll say okay, no, I don't want to buy it. It's just like an insurance. You're paying premium every year. If you
Yeah.
die, so the company will pay you, insurance company will pay you an amount, and if you do not die, they'll be like, okay, we don't pay you. So it is executed on the occurrence of a certain event,
Okay.
right? Where forwards and futures may that date was a primary factor. That on 30th day, whatever is the price in the market, we are not concerned with that. We are going to execute the trade. Whereas
Okay.
in options, the occurrence will happen on whether the price that exists in that day is favorable to you or not.
Okay.
So let's say, consider this example only that you have agreed, let's say you are Rehan and you talk to options may, let's say you talk to me, Akarsh. Let it be an OTC contract in that sense. So you you reach out to me and you say that I want to buy an equity stock of Tata Motors, and probably 1 month down the line, and I'm not very sure about it, about the market movement, so I don't want to get into forwards or futures commitment. And I tell you that, hey, I understand this. Let's do one thing. Let's not get into a forwards and futures. Let me give you an option. And by option, I will design a contract for you in the sense that on 9th May, we have decided that we'll enter into this contract. We'll initiate it. And the initiation terms are कि we are going to buy that Rehan is going to buy 1 unit to be bought by Rehan, and on 9th June, if Rehan is buying this contract from this one share from me, it will be for 150. And if prices are conducive to Rehan, he can initiate the purchase. If prices are not conducive to Rehan, he will not initiate the purchase. I
But
give
then
him
what
this.
happens?
But
If I don't initiate the
because I'm
purchase,
giving you
then
an option to do that, I will charge you premium for it.
Okay.
Right at the onset, right today itself, that I have relieved you of your risk. So you pay me what, 20 rupees as premium. So in forwards and futures on day 0, you are not paying anything. But in options on day 0, you are paying a premium.
Understood.
So you are paying me 20 rupees. From your pocket, 20 rupees goes down, right? And now let's see how does the price movements happen.
So can you just explain call option and put option once?
I will come to it. I just want to explain option right now.
Okay.
Right. I will come to that part also. Right. Okay. Let's say the price trajectory is let's say this is the price axis and this is the gain axis, gain or loss axis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as of now the price is 100. The prices from today to June 9 can move in any direction. 120, 130, 150. It can go down to 90, 80, 70, right? Okay. और इसको मैं एक बार ही just a second. Yep. Have I picked it? No, I haven't picked it. Bad selection. Should be now. Damn with the axis. I'll create the axis again. Works? Okay. So this upper y-axis is my gains. I can have gain 10, 20, 30, 40, let's say. I can also have losses 10, 20, losses minus me 30, 40. Okay. At the initiation of the contract, how much is your loss?
20.
Exactly, because if you decide on 9th of June that, hey, I don't want to execute this option, you have lost only 20 bucks from your pocket, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So at the initiation, your loss is 20. Let's say the price and you are at 100. This is the current price. Let's say as on the date of 9th June, and this is all we are talking with respect to 9th June, which
You
is
say
the,
my gains can be unlimited.
yes. If it is 20, your gain will be how much? If the price on that day is 120, what will be your gain?
20, right?
Your option execution price is 150 dirham.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So what if the price is 150 as on 9th June? What is your gain?
I mean, including the premium will be 30.
It's like do simple math. How much you are paying and how much you're receiving.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay, let's
130.
let's take it that sense. If on 9th June the market price is 120, right?
Yes, yes.
You are paying 150 for it.
Yeah,
You have already paid 20 rupees.
yeah,
By paying 150, you got one share.
yeah.
And let's say if you sell this share in the market right now, you will get nothing more than 120.
Okay.
So your overall gain is how much? This is 30 and
50.
30. 50 ka loss,
Hmm.
right? Would you like execute your option?
No.
No, you would not. Because if you do, your loss will be correspondingly what? Minus 50,
Yeah.
somewhere at this point. If the market price in that day is 150, what will
Minus
happen?
20.
Again, minus 20. You can and you cannot, you may or you may not execute the option, correct? You
Yeah.
have anyway lost 20 bucks. So basically your gain and loss curves begins from this point. And if let's say the price that day is 170,
Yeah.
so how much is your gain and loss?
Then there'll be no gain.
Why?
No, I mean, depends. The premium, will it be a profit of 20 or?
If the price as on that day is 170, you have
Yes.
already paid 20 bucks,
Yeah.
and as a contract, you will pay me nothing more than 150.
Yeah. So then there's no gain,
You
right?
get one share, right? And you sell the share in the market, you get 170 rupees. And your
Yes.
profit and
Zero.
loss is how much?
Zero.
Zero. Correct. So when the price was 150, when the price was 150, your gain was actually minus 20. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
When the price is 170, your gain is zero.
Yeah.
Correct? And when let's say the price goes 190,
Then profit of 20.
then profit how much? 20 bucks extra.
Yeah.
Right? So if you see at any price below 150,
I will not
you will
profit.
not trade, you will not execute this contract, and you will end up losing nothing more than 20 rupees.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
But as soon as the price crosses 150 rupees, you have a incentive to minimize the loss of minus 20 and move it towards a positive gain of infinity.
Yeah. I mean, at 170, I'll basically eliminate my loss of 20, right?
And at any price above 170, you
I'll
will
make a
keep getting
profit.
gains. And this,
Yeah.
like, let's assume this is a market rigged share. In 1 month, someone has rigged the share, and this prices shoots up as high as, let's say, what, 1,000 rupees. Gains are
Okay.
unlimited, correct?
Yeah.
Right? So what has this option ensured you? That your gains are unlimited, but your loss is limited to the extent of premium.
Okay. Understood.
And that is why it's an option. that whether you want to execute or not is completely up to you.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
So an option has three elements. One is what is the contractual price? Then is the time, and then what is the premium? Correct?
Yeah.
Now, since you were ready to buy
So
shares
this
from
is similar even in the case of futures and forwards. My
okay, let's see if it is similar the case or not, and let's see through this
I
graph.
mean, it depends. If I'm shorting it, then my
Let's keep the same example that Rehan reaches to Akash to buy
if
a
I'm
share.
Hanji, so I'm saying if I'm shorting it in a forward contract, then my gains are limited to whatever 150, and my losses are unlimited. But when
Then
I'm
you have reversed the position, no? Yeah.
and when I'm longing it, when I'm buying, then my gains are limited and my
Correct. Absolutely
losses are
correct.
unlimited, and then my losses are
Absolutely correct.
limited.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But if your positioning in the market is long, if you have to buy a share and you have given two options, futures and options, which one would you go for?
Options.
Yeah, if you're a conservative investor, you'll go for options. Some people who are really sure about the market rally would definitely go for forwards also, because in that case, in forwards, they don't have to pay this 20 rupees premium.
Yeah.
And this 20 rupees will also add to their profit if someone is really sure about the market.
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
You have to exit.
Yeah, that's what I said. Ki if you're a conservative investor, you'll go for options. If you are a very sure short investor, you will go for forwards in that sense, forwards or futures, whatever the case might be, right?
Okay.
Now, since you had taken the long position by asking me that you wanted to buy the share from me, this is a call option,
Okay.
which is a right or a choice to buy. Put option is right to sell.
So in put option, till it reaches 150, I'll be earning, right?
So input option, you have paid a premium of let's say 20 rupees. Let's call it the similar thing. You came up to me and you said that you want to sell the share at 150, and I
Yeah.
say okay, let me initiate a put option. 20 rupees you need to give me as premium, right?
Okay.
So if on that day the price is 150, you will realize a gain of how much? Zero gains and
Yeah.
20 rupees ka premium loss, 20 ka
Yeah.
loss.
Hanji.
And if the price is less than 150, then
Then suppose it's 140, then there'll be
then
a loss of
then you have a gain of 10 rupees and a premium
how
of minus 20.
how gain? So I'm saying net minus 10 is what I'm saying.
Yeah. The market gain of 10 rupees and the premium of minus 20, which is
Yeah.
net of minus 10.
Uh-huh. So okay, understood. So I mean, when you're longing, a put option restricts your gains, right?
Correct.
So I mean, what's the maximum I can uh, gain out of this? It's 170, right? Oh, sorry, 130.
Because you're willing to sell it, right, in the market price. Yes. Because a
130.
share's value can drop to as low as zero,
Yeah,
and you will
my premium.
still receive 150 and you have paid premium of 20. No, the maximum gain can be 130.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 130.
Not 150, it can be 130.
Yeah, I said 130.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. So if put option goes like this, sorry, if call option goes like this, put option
So
will.
so I'm just trying to compare it to, just give me 1 second. So okay, put option, my gains are limited. So put option and short forward are same.
Sorry.
Put put option, if you're talking graphically, then put option and short forwards are the same.
To an extent, yes. मैं put का भी ग्राफ कर देता हूँ एक बारी. क्या था? My gain is limited to 130. Let's say this is the 130 axis. My gain is limited to 130, and I can have what? Is the price 150, right? 150 पे मुझे 20 का लॉस होगा. 150 से नीचे जब भी प्राइस आएगी मुझे ये 150 का, ठीक है, 0 पे मुझे 130 का प्रॉफिट होगा. इसके बियॉन्ड पे मुझे अनलिमिटेड होगा. ठीक है. या this is how it will be. Pardon my drawing, it's not up to the axis, but
Just one sec, I'm just trying to understand. So put option, if the price is 170, then I'm selling for 170.
No, you have put option है, you have contracted to sell for 150 only. You will receive nothing more than 150.
So then my loss at that point will be 0, right?
Will be 0, correct?
But why is your graph going through 150 then?
Why I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. It's not up to the axis.
It's a premium also.
Pardon my drawing. It's not up to the axis.
So it'll intersect at 170, right?
Let me draw it a clean graph then.
नहीं आप ऐसे ही समझा दो.
हाँ 170 में होगा तो मेरा 20 का लॉस होगा, और 20 का मैंने प्रीमियम पे किया हुआ है. 40 का लॉस है मेरा नेट. इनपुट पुट ऑप्शन
किस वैल्यू पे? 170 पे.
हाँ, if the market price is 170 and the contractual price is still 150.
ठीक है, तो आपका 0 कब होगा? 130 पे.
Market price is 130. 130, correct. So it's basically, if you see in call option,
I've understood.
It's mostly the contractual price. Call या put option में it's contractual price plus minus your premium. That will define your like break even point.
Okay.
Input option, your contractual price was 150. Yeah. Premium is how much? 20. So 130 पे you will break in, right? And in call option, contractual price is 150, premium is 20, so 170 पे you will break in.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
Yep. So एक सेकेंड, इतना तो आई थिंक रजिस्टर्ड है. इसमें कोई क्वेश्चन अभी तक सो फार कहीं पे कोई? इसका एक बहुत छोटा सा एलिमेंट होता है. कहाँ गया मेरा डिवाइस, क्यों नहीं चल रहा? Why is it not moving? Wait. हाँ चल गया. They're called American call options, American style, and then they're European style.
So what are swaps?
I'll come to that also. Let me just complete that also. Yeah. American call options में You can exercise the contract or the option any time before the maturity date. So 9th मई को हमने इनिशिएट किया था, 9th जून की इसकी एक्सपायरी डेट है ऑप्शन की. 9th मई से 9th जून के बीच में कभी भी आप चाहो तो अपने लाइक ऑप्शन राइटर के पास जा सकते हो जिसने आपको ऑप्शन दिया है, उसको बोल सकते हो कि दिस इज द कंडीसिव टाइम फॉर मी एंड आई वांट टू एक्सरसाइज इट.
ठीक है.
यूरोपियन में you can exercise it only on 9th June.
Understood. I mean, I get the option only on 9th June.
हाँ, the right to buy or sell will stand only on 9th June.
Okay.
In American में कभी भी हो सकता है किसी भी टाइम पे.
Understood.
Correct. So let's come on to swaps then. इसमें कुछ और बचा है क्या ऑप्शंस में? Let me check the notes.
No, मैं देख रहा हूँ. I don't think so.
नहीं ना. Okay. Let us come back to the swaps. अब अगेन मोस्टली जैसे फॉरवर्ड्स थे, फॉरवर्ड्स आर OTC कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स, फ्यूचर्स आर एक्सचेंज ट्रेडेड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स, ऑप्शंस largely exchange traded contracts, swaps largely again over the counter contracts. Hello?
Yes sir.
Yeah. So अब swaps क्या होते हैं, then I'll tell you. So in swaps, a typical example of swap I'll give you is an interest rate swap. First of all, swap means what? Swap means exchange. You're exchanging things.
Okay. Swap. Yeah.
Right? Not the stock exchange, but exchanging, like shifting hands, correct?
Yeah.
And interest rate. So what are the two different kinds of interest rates you can have on a bond? Typically, fixed rate and floating rate.
Fixed and floating. Yeah.
Correct. Fixed will be, let's say, typically flat 10%. Floating can be, let's say, LIBOR plus what? Let's say 5%. 5%. Let's say. So if LIBOR is 5%, they both are at parity. If LIBOR is less, floating may interest rate come. If LIBOR is high, etc., etc., etc. Right? Okay. So let's say there are two people. Again, Rehan hai and Akarsh. So Rehan has borrowed, let's say, borrowed already 100 million. Akash ne borrow kara 100 million. And let's keep the currency same, US dollars. Right?
Yep.
Yep. Now, Rehan also borrowed for, let's say, 3 years, annual interest, annual payment, and so is that of Akash, 3 years per annum. Right? Now Rehan borrowed it for, कूपन की बात करूं तो रेहान का कूपन था फ्लैट 10% एंड आकर्ष का था लाइबोर प्लस 5%. Right. Now for some reason, let's say Rehan wanted to borrow in a floating rate format, but Rehan को कोई मिला नहीं मार्केट में जो उसको फ्लोटिंग रेट दे सके, तो उसको फिक्स्ड पे लेना पड़ा because he was in need of funds, so he had to borrow at fixed. And let's say Akash on the contrary wanted something on the fixed rate format, but उसको नहीं मिला, उसको floating पे लेना पड़ा, right?
So this is a stupid question, but what is the like I get the value is different between fixed and floating, but in calculation when I'm discounting, ये अंतर है क्या fixed और floating का?
As in, I didn't get a point.
What is floating?
Floating, okay. So, do you know what is LIBOR?
Yeah,
What is LIBOR?
it's the rate at which banks borrow between one another.
Sorry?
The rate at which banks borrow from each other.
Not typically. It's interbank offer rate, yeah, but to an extent, yes. But and how is LIBOR decided? And what is the utility of LIBOR?
How is it decided? Through market rates? I'm not sure.
Okay, so I'll tell you something. So you're right in the extent that it's an interbank offer rate, London interbank offer rate, correct?
Yeah.
And interbank means that's the rate at which banks transact with each other.
Yeah.
Right. So the rates which banks give to the retail customers versus the rates at which banks transact with each other, they're gonna be gonna be different, right? So banks, when they transact with each other at a, let's say, wholesale level, the rates are generally low. Let's say 2% rate of interest, 3% rate of interest. And when they give the same loans to the retail customers, they end up charging more amount, 5%, 6%, 7%. Again, for the reasons कि retail customers में risk है, शायद banks level पे risk नहीं है, because banks can be sued easily, whatever is the reason, right? Now, how is LIBOR decided? So in London, or if it's a euro.
I mean, let's talk India. India में
LIBOR नहीं होता.
MIBOR होता है ना?
India MIBOR होता है, right? You're correct. So let's.
So who sets the MIBOR in India? The RBI.
I'll tell you. वैसे MIBOR इंडिया में चलता नहीं है, बिकॉज मैंने जितने भी यहाँ पे ट्रेड्स देखे हैं, लाइक स्वॉप्स में मैंने भी डील करा है, तो हमारे यहाँ कहीं MIBOR यूज़ नहीं होता. जो RBI डिसाइड करता है ना तुम्हारा रेपो रेट पे, या फिर जो तुम्हारा MCLRs होते हैं, बैंक MCLRs, उन पे डिसाइड होता है. MIBOR इज एन आउटडेटेड कंसेप्ट इन इंडिया.
ओके.
राइट. बट तुमने अगर बात करी है इंडिया की, तो उसको इंडियन डिनोमिनेशन में रख लेते हैं सब कुछ. ठीक है, लेट्स कीप इट इंडियन डिनोमिनेशन फॉर सेक ऑफ सिंपलिसिटी. कूल. सो MIBOR अगर इंडिया में LIBOR की तरह चलता तो क्या होता? इंडिया के 5 बड़े बैंक्स, SBI, Punjab National Bank, HDFC, ICICI, Axis, let's say, 5 banks every morning, they would have come up with a quotation कि if we have to transact with each other, what rates will we offer? So let's say, and these rates won't be like known to each other. So let's say SBI will say,
as in they just know their own rates.
Yeah, SBI will say 3%. PNB will say.
किसको बोलते हैं?
क्या?
ये किसको बोल रहे हैं?
They're telling some third party, or third party as in some institution, that hey, these are the rates. They're logging this into a system, like a clearance system, that these are the rates we are willing to offer. And जो SBI अपना रेट बता रहा है 3% का, वो बाकियों को नहीं दिख रहा. तो SBI ने अपना कोटेशन डाल दिया 3% का, पंजाब नेशनल बैंक ने 4% का, ICICI ने 5% का, HDFC ने 6% का, और एक्सिस ने 7% का, राइट?
ठीक है.
अब इनका some kind of an average is calculated. Let's say for our simplicity, simple average निकाला, and the simple average was 5%.
Okay.
So the MIBOR for the day or for the month will be 5%, which means अगर ये आप एक दिन का रेट ले रहे हो, तो इस दिन पांचों के पांचों बैंक्स को 5% पे ही ट्रेड करना पड़ेगा इंटरबैंक.
ठीक है. ठीक है.
रिटेल कस्टमर्स को आपको देना है तो MIBOR के ऊपर जितना मर्जी स्प्रेड लगा के दो, 5%, 6%, बट आपस में आप लोगों को 5% पे काम करना पड़ेगा. करेक्ट. सेम इज द केस विद LIBOR. The 5 big banks in the Europe, they log their quotations every morning, right? The average of it is taken, so that average is used for that day's trade. So again, MIBOR and जो LIBORs होते हैं, LIBORs are affected by time and currency. So you have so LIBOR तो एक concept बन गया. It's like, how do I say?
I mean, if we don't have to get into the Like deep dive into it?
No, I'm deep diving a little bit because this might help you. Like if we are coming up with some examples or numbers, right? So I don't
Okay.
have to say this again. Just like 2 minutes, I'll spend 2 minutes into it, right?
Okay.
So LIBOR has become a kind of a generalized word for any kind of a floating rate. Ideally, नाम
Okay.
में लंदन इंटरबैंक ऑफर रेट है,
हाँ जी.
but there is something called USD LIBOR.
ठीक है.
USD LIBOR में आइडली तो न्यूयॉर्क इंटरबैंक ऑफर रेट होना चाहिए था, बट नहीं, USD LIBOR कि यूएस के 5 बड़े बैंक यूएस करेंसी में ट्रेड करने के लिए अपना रेट डिसाइड करेंगे. देयर इज कॉल्ड यूरो LIBOR
Okay.
कि बाकी यूरोप के,
यूरो में. हाँ
या
जी.
in eurozone except for UK, the 5 big banks will decide their rates.
Okay.
And then there is a pound LIBOR
तो UK.
कि यूनाइटेड किंगडम के 5 बड़े बैंक्स आपस में रेट डिसाइड करेंगे. करेक्ट.
ठीक है.
So you will find a lot many terms कि आज का so the USD LIBOR will differ from Euro LIBOR, will differ
Differ
from
from
pound
the.
LIBOR, right?
ठीक है.
Similarly, just a second, my battery is slow. Just a second. Similarly, you have LIBORs based upon time. So the banks, let's say I talk about pound LIBOR. Hello.
Yes sir. Yes.
Yeah, let's say it's pound LIBOR. So the banks will come up and talk कि जो आज हम रेट कोट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, these 5 banks, the rates which they are submitting, for how long do we want these rates to be valid? The average came out to be what, 5%,
Yes sir.
right? In our example कि 5% का एवरेज लाइबॉर कैलकुलेट हुआ था, बट ये 5% कितने दिन के लिए वैलिड रहेगा? लाइक विल इट बी वैलिड फॉर 1 day, विल इट बी वैलिड फॉर 1 month, or will it be valid for 6 months? So if they say that every day we are going to log in quotations for every day's trade, so that becomes a 1 day pound LIBOR.
Okay.
If they say we are going to log in quotation and this rate will be valid for next 30 days, so this will be 1 month pound LIBOR.
Okay. Understood.
Similarly, 1 year, या 12 month pound LIBOR, etc. Understood?
Yes sir.
Yeah. So let's say in our example here, let's call it 1 month rupee MIBOR as a floating rate. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's call it 1 year, not 1 month. Let's call it 1 year. Okay. Understood? Hello.
Yes sir. Yes I can.
So far understood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it getting heavy by any means? If yes, then let me know. Like,
No no. I'm good.
now what does that mean? That every year you will, Rehan will end up paying 10% of 100 million, which is 10 million, 10 million, 10 million.
Yeah.
And I as Akarsh, मेरा जो अभी का वन ईयर लाइफ MIBOR है,
तो
ठीक है,
ये MIBOR will change year on year.
yeah, it'll change year on year. So let's say
Understood.
for
I
the
mean
first,
time period by time period. अगर एक महीने का था तो हर महीने जो भी.
yeah, so मेरा 1
Okay.
year
Yeah.
MIBOR है,
So the spread is fixed.
spread is fixed, correct?
Oh. So this is the only confusion I had. All this while I thought the spread is floating.
No, no, no. So the first
Okay.
year my interest payment will be 10%, second year will be 11%, third year will be 9%.
Cool. Understood. Where, so I had one question. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, you've given all 3 levels.
सॉरी,
Have you given all 3 levels?
या मेरा लेवल 2 जो है वो ड्यू था लास्ट ईयर जून में,
Cancel
एंड
हो
आई
गया.
स्टार्टेड फॉर इट ट्वाइस. जून से शिफ्ट हुआ दिसंबर में, दिसंबर से शिफ्ट हुआ अभी मई में, और मई से शिफ्ट होकर दोबारा नवंबर शिफ्ट हो गया. सर
आप अभी मई में दे रहे थे?
या बट आई वाजंट स्टडीइंग फॉर इट बिकॉज मेरी 2 बारी पढ़ाई इसकी रिवाइज हो चुकी है. लाइक
हाँ.
जून के लिए पढ़ चुका था और लास्ट ईयर दिसंबर के लिए पढ़ चुका था मैं. So I have stopped like studying for level 2 any longer. So I think दिसंबर के लिए मैं लास्ट पढ़ा था सितंबर अक्टूबर तक. अक्टूबर में नोटिफिकेशन आया था कि इट्स बीइंग शिफ्टेड. So I was done with it back then. So I stopped reading, and then if there was any assignment, any student who wanted support on level 2,
उससे आपका भी रिवाइज हो गया था?
रिविजन तो नहीं, मैं 2 बार तो पढ़ चुका था. I was able to like teach. But in level 2, I was restricting myself to only a few subjects like fixed income, like derivatives, which were my stronghold. Like FRA, I was not taking, right? So I was not keeping all subjects with myself. But
When did you give level 1 at what age?
L1, I gave L1 in
2019.
June 19. Yeah.
This was what? How old were you?
I was like currently I'm 28, so 2 साल और कम, 27.
But for me, देखो, like the issue I'm facing is that because I did whatever BA program. I mean, like what I'm abhi, even I haven't worked. My work ex isn't that much. You know, I mean, I've had my own startup and all that stuff, but that wasn't related to finance or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, do BCom students have an edge? Like, do they have an advantage preparing for this?
While preparing for exam or while searching for job?
Both.
Sorry?
Both. I'm asking both.
Yeah, for while preparing for exam, again, I won't say explicit edge because जो diversity है ना subjects की, fixed income है, equity
मतलब
है.
FRA में तो definitely.
FRA में definitely a CA student, chartered accountant student has a much better edge than an MBA student. So मुझे FRA easily समझ में नहीं आता था. It took me a lot of effort, right? But fixed income was very strong for me right from my MBA level or pre-MBA level, as a matter of fact, because all my jobs so far were in fixed income. So I could really delve well into fixed income. A BCom or some other guy will be particularly good in equities and not fixed income, let's say. So preparation wise, no one has a clear forte. But job wise, depending on the nature of job, what does the job require? Some courses, some colleges have an edge over the other. That's why people try to go for courses like CFA and FRM, so that even if they don't have an edge for a particular course, they have a generalized course like CFA, which is universally renowned, and added to their kitty, so that this course has almost everything: equity, fixed income, FRA, this economics, this and that. So come what may, ask us anything, we have studied everything. It's kind of a blanket course. So
and it's also a hard exam, so it shows whatever hard work. So
not really, because level
this is what one of my interview did.
Okay. L1 तो I barely studied for 2 months. I clearly remember.
क्या बात कर रहे हो सर? मेरी यहाँ फट रही है अब 2 महीने में.
यार मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि मेरा उस टाइम पे वर्कलोड बहुत ज़्यादा था और मैं तो पिछली कंपनी में था.
तो आपका एक्सपीरियंस था, आपने एमबीए के बाद दिया है ना?
बट मैं एमबीए आई कंप्लीटेड इन 2018 और ये मैंने 2019 के एंड में दिया. मैं 2019 के मिड में दिया था करेक्ट. सो हाँ, 1 साल तो मैं स्टडी से बिल्कुल बाहर ही था उस सेंस में. सो फिक्स्ड इनकम मुझे ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगा, डेरिवेटिव्स में ज़्यादा टाइम लगा, ऑल्टरनेटिव इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं लगा टाइम, एफआरए में बहुत टाइम लगा, एथिक्स में मुझे बहुत टाइम लगा, और टाइम से ज़्यादा मुझे डर लग रहा था कि इतना वॉल्यूम में कैसे करूँगा. बट
that's where I am.
हाँ, I clearly understand where you're coming from. इकोनॉमिक्स मुझे माइक्रो समझ में आ गया था इजीली. मैक्रो जो था, अगेन आई वाज आउट ऑफ टच फॉर मेनी थिंग्स लाइक दैट वर्ल्ड ट्रेड, दिस एंड दैट, व्हाटएवर, जो भी है जैसे भी है. So I clearly understand.
So like if I have to make a plan for the next 3 months, how do I go about it? Because right now, I'll be very honest, I'm all over the place. Like only right now have I starting one chapter and sticking to it. You know what I mean? Otherwise,
But what I did my time was, I knew one thing for sure: I have like paucity of time, like 3 months, 2 months, whatever it is.
Yeah.
तो I knew कि the weightage for all subjects is not equal. Fixed income, fixed income, FRA, and there was one more subject, ethics, and there was one more I forgot. इनकी weightage ज़्यादा थी. So I read them, like I did them thoroughly. Even while attempting the exam ना, I made sure कि इनके ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा questions निकाल लूँ. मेरा portfolio management जो था ना, if they were let's say assume 10 questions, I did not have time or I hadn't revised it sufficiently कि मैं 3 questions से ज़्यादा भी कर सकूँ. So my percentile in portfolio management or let's say some alternative investment was very low. My percentile in fixed income FRA ethics was good. Ethics की भी ज़्यादा अच्छी नहीं थी. Fixed income FRA की मेरी बहुत अच्छी थी. And this literally pulled up everything. These two subjects literally pulled up everything for me. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Yeah. So similarly, when I was appearing for my FRM level 1, I just saw कि weightage इसकी ज़्यादा है और उन subjects पे focus कर लो. And FRM में भी there are what 5 subjects, right? So 2 तो मैंने तमीज से पढ़े, एक तो मैंने बिल्कुल नहीं पढ़ा था, लाइक उसकी बस ना जिस दिन एग्जाम था उससे एक दिन पहले जो पीछे समरी नहीं होती श्वेजर नोट्स की, बस समरी क्या था कि कुछ अगर रिलेट कर गया तो ठीक है, वरना मैं इसमें मेरा 0 परसेंटाइल है. उसमें मेरा था बहुत लो, सम 20-30 परसेंटाइल होगा, बट बाकी उन्हें पुल अप कर लिया था. So this is what I did. FRA, you are right. Fixed income we have done good. Revise it thoroughly. Economics मुझे weightage नहीं पता, but this should come to you naturally because you have studied economics. And FRA again, like study it really well because again, this will pull up your.
It's got high weightage.
Yeah. So derivatives अभी हम like will complete derivatives like जब भी आजकल में जैसा भी है. And before starting alternative investment, we'll try to pick up FRA because alternative is something A doesn't have higher weightage, and B I would like to start with something which has a higher weightage so that it gets completed before time.
Yeah, of course. True.
Right. Derivatives मैंने इसलिए शुरू करा है क्योंकि एक मैंने बोला भी था, दूसरा फिक्स्ड इनकम से लिंक्ड भी है, so it's in continuity में रहेगा. You don't revisit fixed income. Alternative assets का कोई relation नहीं है उससे, fixed income से या derivative से, although it's in the same book but it doesn't have any relation to that.
ठीक है.
Where was I? Yeah, I was here. So let's make this timeline. Yeah, it's wrong. Time 0, time 1, time 2, time 3. Right. This is what Rehan की timeline. This is Akash की timeline. Okay. अब Rehan, you wanted floating rate loan. I wanted fixed rate loan.
Okay.
Correct. We both have borrowed 100 million for 3 years. Correct.
Yeah.
Now either we can do one thing, we can like exchange each other's loan. I give you my 100 million, you give me your 100 million, and then we keep servicing the interest.
Yeah.
Since the principal is same, can we just can we just exchange the interest rather than exchanging the principal? Think over it.
I mean, of course. I mean,
Right.
what's the point of exchanging the principal?
Exactly. So in swaps, principals are not exchanged. They are just used to calculate coupons. That's why they are called notional principal.
No, so these swaps right now we're talking about bonds, right?
हाँ.
ठीक है. तो bond का क्या par value है 100 million?
स्वैप में आप किसी को तो स्वैप करोगे ना, तो आपने स्वैप क्या कर, आप एक एसेट, ये डेरिवेटिव है, ये खुद का कैश फ्लो तो उसका है नहीं, ये बॉन्ड से अपना कैश फ्लो डिराइव कर रहा है.
हाँ ठीक
है ना. सो यू आर स्वैपिंग नॉट द एंटायर बॉन्ड बट जस्ट द कूपन्स ऑफ द बॉन्ड.
Okay.
And the other factors are just notional, like time and principal. They are same, they're notional principles. Only thing is being swapped.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
That when you're doing a cash flow mapping, so I hope you are aware of it, and if not, in fixed income derivatives and equities, in these 3 chapters, whenever you're doing some numerical, just make this timeline. Like you always say, I make a timeline of this, right? This will actually help you mapping the cash flows right.
No, I've made mistakes by not making the timeline.
So if it would have been a simple bond, I would have done like this. कि 100 का प्रिंसिपल बोरो किया, फिर 10 का इंटरेस्ट पे किया, फिर 10 का इंटरेस्ट पे किया,
हाँ,
फिर यहाँ ऐसे किया, यही करता मैं।
बिल्कुल, हाँ,
बट स्वॉप्स
सही,
में मैं ये नहीं बनाऊंगा -100, क्योंकि मैं तो एक्सचेंज कर ही नहीं रहा ना। और मैं मेच्योरिटी पे भी मैं प्रिंसिपल एक्सचेंज करूंगा नहीं, मैं, क्योंकि मेच्योरिटी पे भी मेरे पास 100 का 100 ही है।
ठीक है,
करेक्ट। सो
हाँ
प्रिंसिपल इज
जी।
आउट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, ओनली द इंटरेस्ट विल बी स्वॉप्ड, राइट?
So
So
nothing
what
to do with the coupons and all.
I'm saying, principals are notional, only interest, only coupon will be swapped.
हाँ, so that's what. ठीक,
Yeah, right. So let's see what will happen in this case. Let's talk only from perspective of Rehan right now, right? This is the end of first year, end of second year, end of third year. It's a 3-year
yeah,
contract, correct, for both of us. Now, Rehan wanted a floating rate interest. And let me also map the MIBOR area. What is the wrong? Let me also map MIBOR curve. MIBOR today is, this is time, this is rate. MIBOR today is 5%. After 1 year, it is 6%. After 2 years, it is 4%. Okay. Now, would you ask me कि मैं third year का MIBOR भी लिखूं?
नहीं, क्योंकि अब it'll be like this, 1 पे होगा 10, 2 पे होगा
Exactly.
11
So,
और फिर वहाँ पे 9।
yeah. So the floating rate का जो float होता है, वो
पहले ही बताया,
इंटरेस्ट
मतलब
पेमेंट डेट पे डिसाइड नहीं होता, वो पहले ही डिसाइड हो जाता है।
हाँ, because you're paying 0 का interest on 1.
Exactly. Whatever rate is decided here, I'll pay on 1. Whatever rate is decided here, I'll pay on 2, and so on, right?
Yeah.
So, but एग्जाम में तुम्हें थर्ड ईयर का भी दे रखा होगा, just for confusion.
हाँ,
Okay. This is the MIBOR curve. Now, Rehan wants to pay what? Sorry, Rehan wanted a fixed rate.
floating.
Sorry, Rehan received a fixed rate loan. He wanted a floating rate loan,
Yeah.
right? What does that mean? That if Rehan wants a floating rate loan, he wants to pay out of his own pocket in a floating rate format, correct?
Yeah.
यानी कि Rehan does not want to pay every month -10% of 100 million, 10% of 100. He doesn't want to pay -10, -10, -10. Instead, what does he want to pay on the first year?
11 क्या है, नहीं, -10, -10,
-10,
-11 and -9.
-9, right? This he wants to pay, this he doesn't want to pay. So we both will get into a swap agreement. I will say, okay, मेरी पॉकेट्स तो जाना ही है ना।
नहीं तो ये एक क्यों मानेगा, एक को फिक्स चाहिए या एक को पैसे दे या प्रीमियम देंगे उसको?
Sorry,
I'm saying आप ये एक, why will Akash agree to this? Because I'm paying him a premium or because he wants fixed?
because he wants fixed.
Okay. So there's no premium amount, there's no added payments or anything.
Like I'm just digressing a bit from here. Typically आकाश और रेहान एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट नहीं करते हैं, वो एक बैंक के पास जाते हैं, बैंक को अप्रोच करते हैं,
अच्छा,
बैंक बोलता है मेरे पास रेहान भी क्लाइंट है, आकाश भी क्लाइंट है, और मैं तुम दोनों को कनेक्ट कर देता हूँ, और मैं अपना लेट्स से 1% का प्रीमियम चार्ज करूंगा।
ठीक है,
तो वो प्रीमियम बैंक को जाता है, बेसिकली एक दूसरे को नहीं
नहीं
जाता।
तो हाँ, तो फी जाता है ना बैंक,
हाँ, बट अभी के लिए फॉर द सेक ऑफ
वो
सिंपलिसिटी,
ट्रांजैक्शनल फी है।
हाँ वो ट्रांजैक्शन फी है, एंड दैट इज नॉट मैप्ड इन योर न्यूमेरिकल्स आल्सो,
ठीक है।
राइट? So how will this cash flow look like? You are exchanging the swaps now, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what can I get questions on this, like numericals, find the whatever present value and all that stuff?
Yeah, you will. You can. The basic numerical, so you can get. Not present value, but how does this, like it will be, what will be the payment on the second year?
अच्छा,
something of the sort. You might get one. ठीक है. So for Rehan, what he'll say कि let's do one thing. Akash, you pay me fix and I pay you floating.
मतलब difference.
You reached out to me for swapping, right?
Yeah.
मैं इसको और थोड़ा सा एक ओपन स्पेस में दिखाता हूँ कि ये कैसे फंक्शन कर रहा है. Maybe that is more clear to you then. This is Rehan, correct?
Yeah.
He has borrowed, and this is some large bank. Rehan has received 100 million from this bank as a loan, and it is a fixed rate loan, correct?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So every year, Rehan has to pay this bank.
Yeah.
First year, second year, third year. This is bank. फर्स्ट ईयर को कितना पे करना है? 10 बैंक को, सेकेंड ईयर भी 10 एंड थर्ड ईयर भी 10, करेक्ट?
Yes.
बट रेहान डजंट वांट कि उसकी अकाउंट स्टेटमेंट्स में ये 10 10 10 दिखे. वो चाहता है उसके अकाउंट स्टेटमेंट 10 11 और 9 दिखे एज एन आउट, राइट? माइनस माइनस, करेक्ट? सो व्हाट विल ही डू? He will approach a third person called Akash and tell him, okay, let's get into a swap.
You pay my 10, I pay your whatever 10, 11.
Exactly.
9. No,
exactly.
that I understood. ये तो समझ में आ गया. But why do people want swaps? Like, why would I want to show?
Sorry, why do I want to get into swap?
Yeah, why do people want floating?
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, two things. Let's agree on the fact that two people getting into the swap have a completely or diametrically opposite view of the markets or of the current economy. That's why.
Okay.
ये किसी ट्रेड में भी होता है. If you're buying a stock and someone is selling a stock, the one buying it has a view that the stock will rise. The one selling it
Understood.
has a
Okay.
Similarly here for this trade, Rehan will feel that the interest rates in the market will go down, and if I would have received a floating rate loan, my future interest payments will fall.
Okay.
Whereas the counterparty will feel that the interest rates in the market will rise, and if I have a floating rate loan, I will end up paying.
Then the interest rate, the coupon rates will rise.
Yeah, so I'm better off with fixed rate.
Understood.
Got it? So similarly here, we'll exchange the cash flows. I will pay you. Sorry. Rehan will pay me minus 10, minus 11, and minus 9, and will receive plus 10, plus 10, and plus 10 from me.
Understood.
Which I will forward directly to the bank later, right? So net basis पे रेहान का आउटफ्लो तो यही हुआ ना, बिकॉज ये पैसा तो आया और ये पैसा बैंक को चला गया नीचे वाला.
जी.
राइट. दिस ओके. सो अब इसमें क्या होगा? एज ऑन एवरी इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट डेट, यहाँ पे नेट कैश फ्लो फॉर रेहान है 0, यहाँ पे -1 है और यहाँ पे +1 है, जो भी है, राइट? एंड इन्हीं की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फिर फर्दर निकाली जाती है सो एज टू सी कि आज रेहान के लिए इस फॉर रेहान व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. Rehan cannot calculate the value of bond or value of share because that is the underlying asset.
So if I have to calculate this in the cash flow, I'll be putting -10, -11, -9, or 0, -1?
0, -1 and +1.
Cash flow calculator में 0, -1, +1 लगेगा?
हाँ, अगर आप इस ये जो काम किया swap contract है, whether this swap contract is positive for you in long run or negative for you in long run, ये तो net cash flow के बेस पे decide होगा ना.
Okay, so the future value will still be 100 million, right?
Yes, the notional principal will remain 100 million. Let's say
Okay.
यहाँ पे let's say मान ले तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट रेट हो जाता 2%. So 2 और 5 7. सॉरी हाँ 7. तो नेट नेट कितना होता है यहाँ पे 3.
हाँ,
सो टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी है, जो मर्जी लगाओ डिस्काउंटिंग फैक्टर. ओवरऑल तो रेहान के लिए ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट स्वैप पॉजिटिव ही होता है ना.
पॉजिटिव भी है।
वेयर एज और लेट्स से
अगर
डिस्काउंटिंग
ज्यादा था,
फैक्टर मान लो डिस्काउंटिंग फैक्टर 0 है, ठीक है. तो नेट नेट पॉजिटिव कितना हुआ 2 का -1 एंड +3.
या
इसी मैग्नीट्यूड से ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नेगेटिव होगा आकर्ष के लिए. द मैग्नीट्यूड विल रिमेन सेम, जस्ट दैट द
अंडरस्टूड,
साइंस.
बट इट्स जस्ट साइंस विल
या नाउ क्योंकि इस स्वैप में हमने इंटरेस्ट एक्सचेंज करें, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड इंटरेस्ट रेट स्वैप,
ओके.
राइट. इन सम केसेस it may so happen that कि प्रिंसिपल सेम है दोनों पार्टीज का, ठीक है. टाइम भी सेम है 3 years 3 years. लेट्स से इंटरेस्ट रेट भी सेम है 10% फिक्स 10% फिक्स. बट इसका जो लोन है वो यूरो में है, इसका लोन जो है वो डॉलर में है. And they still
ओके.
exchange it because the currency exchange rate of euro to dollar is fluctuating. One party has a viewpoint that dollar will rise in future, one party has a viewpoint that the dollar will fall in future.
अंडरस्टूड, ठीक है. सो
In
दिस इज
that case, they
करेंसी स्वैप.
exchange, they exchange this interest rates, but this will be called currency swap contract. Both are
अंडरस्टूड.
interest rate swap. This is cross currency swap.
हाँ, पर इसमें क्या, इसमें मतलब न्यूमेरिकल्स आएगा इसमें तो नहीं आ सकता.
यही level 2 में होंगे न्यूमेरिकल्स मोस्टली.
ठीक है. जिसमें यू विल हैव टू व्हाटएवर
Again,
कन्वर्ट.
you will have to convert, correct. और इस केस में तो शायद प्रिंसिपल भी कन्वर्ट होते हैं, क्योंकि आपने डे 1 पे जो प्रिंसिपल एक्सचेंज करा है जिस एक्सचेंज रेट पे, जो मेच्योरिटी डेट पे जो प्रिंसिपल होगा और जो एक्सचेंज रेट होगा वो डिफरेंट होगा. 100 million euros exchange for dollars today.
It'll be more than, yeah, so 100
Yeah, the
million
exchange
euros.
rate will differ na on the
Yeah,
initial,
of course.
right? Yeah. So if you check this notes again, if you have the notes open,
Yeah.
इसमें you see there are keywords कि series of payments, periodic settlement dates, and 2 payments are netted so that only one net payment is made.
Understood.
Right? Again, इसमें कोई पेमेंट नहीं होती इनिशिएशन पे, कोई प्रिंसिपल एक्सचेंज नहीं होता. देन ये यहाँ पे जो स्वैप्स के बारे में जो डेफिनेशन है ना इस बुक में, ये मोस्टली इंटरेस्ट रेट स्वैप्स को ध्यान में रखते हुए.
ठीक है.
स्वैप्स आर कस्टम इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, दे आर नॉट ट्रेडेड ऑन द एक्सचेंज, लार्जली अनरेगुलेटेड. बहुत रिस्क भी होता है इसमें कि यार आप तो पेमेंट करे जा रहे हो अपने इंटरेस्ट रेट की फ्लोटिंग हिसाब से, द अदर पार्टी माइट नॉट.
ओके.
राइट. और लिखा भी द सिंपलेस्ट स्वैप इज द प्लेन वनीला इंटरेस्ट रेट स्वैप.
ओके.
राइट. ऑप्शंस हो गया, ये हो गया क्रेडिट डेरिवेटिव्स, और इसके बाद क्या बचा आर्बिट्राज. राइट.
So आज के लिए इतना रखे.
ठीक है.
Because I've been studying since the morning.
Sorry?
I'm saying because I've been studying since the morning.
Oh, so you've been studying. Okay. So how is your office like tomorrow onwards? How does your office go on? Like, I just want to know your timing.
So it's all work from home right now. Tomorrow actually I have to go to office.
You have to go. Okay.
Yeah, कल जाना पड़ेगा. But just tomorrow because I have some work in the office. So I have to go there just tomorrow.
So in general, apart from tomorrow, what are...
In general, it's work from home. But I mean, timings, it depends. There's no like structure, to be honest.
But still, roughly,
I'll be free post like 6:30.
6 or 6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And morning में?
Morning में मैं 9 बजे के बाद फिर 9:30 बजे के बाद फिर बिजी हो जाता. तो
So you think you start your day at 9:30 a.m. and it goes on till 6:30 p.m. correct?
Yeah.
And when do you start studying during the weekdays? What time?
I study in the evening.
Like post 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock ऐसा?
Yeah, like sometimes I start by like 9:30 and then I study till like 12:30.
And how about weekends? Do you have office on weekends also?
No.
ओके, सो अभी सी मेरा अप्रैल तक थोड़ा हैवी चल रहा था काम, ठीक है, मार्च अप्रैल तक दैट्स
हाँ.
अभी मेरा रिलेटिवली लोअर हो गया है, एटलीस्ट फॉर द नेक्स्ट अबाउट अ मंथ इट्स प्रीटी लो द वर्क प्रेशर.
Okay.
So what I was thinking, if you're okay with it, if you want to continue with it, again all these clauses are into the picture.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can keep classes regularly.
What does
Like,
that mean? How many times is it?
sorry,
What does regularly mean? Like how many times?
regularly means we'll try keeping a class. Means again, I'm not saying I don't have workload, but keeping an anticipation that the workload from here onward, from this Sunday onwards, is relatively low. There is a possibility that I can be available on a 7-day basis. So on
Okay.
weekdays, if you want, and if you have the bandwidth to take the class, we can keep it like on 5 weekdays, let's say for 1 hour each, and on weekends probably for let's say 1.5 hour, if not 2 hours. आज भी शायद अभी 1.5 hour ही हुआ ना हमें, 5:30 we started.
5:30.
Yeah, so it's a 1.5 hour. I think इससे ज़्यादा की तो bandwidth होती भी नहीं है, क्लास लेने की थक जाते हैं. So 1.5 hour each we can keep on weekends, that is 3 hours on weekends, and we can keep rather if you want to keep on all weekdays then 5 hours on weekdays. Otherwise you can keep it on alternate weekdays like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then
Yeah. And what are your charges?
I have mentioned it on the teacher on. I think there from there only you saw my contact, right?
I did, but I'll have to check again. But what have you
So I had,
mentioned there?
okay, so what I remember last week मैंने कोई update तो करा नहीं है. I've kept it 1500 per session.
Per session or per hour?
अगेन मैं आई कीप इट लाइक पर सेशन 1.5 आवर वाले जो 2 सेशंस होते हैं उनको मैं लाइक ऐसा नहीं करता कि 3 hours हो गए तो लेट्स से लेट्स कॉल इट 1500 into 3. आई स्टिल कॉल इट 1500 into 2. बट अगर लेट्स से ये 1.5 आवर वाले ज़्यादा सेशन हो जाते हैं, लाइक इफ यू से कि नहीं 1 आवर वाले सेशन कम नहीं लेने, 1.5 आवर वाले सेशन ज़्यादा लेने हैं, तो उस केस में लाइक उसको नेट आउट कर लेते हैं कि ठीक है 2 3 सेशन बाद आप मुझे 1 आवर का एक्स्ट्रा और पे कर दो. दैट्स हाउ आई डू. वरना मैं जनरली 1500 पर सेशन करता हूँ विद इन अजम्पशन कि एक क्लास 1 घंटे तक ही चलेगी, क्योंकि
तो
मुझे
आप
पता
कह
है
रहे
1
हो
घंटे की क्लास में
1500 an hour?
जनरली, हाँ मैं वही कह रहा हूँ, जनरली 1500 पर सेशन होता है. मेरी क्लास 1 घंटे की चलती है, 1 घंटे कभी 1.5 घंटे खिंच जाती है क्लास इफ इट एक्सटेंड्स 1.5 hour. I don't count that half an hour as like you need to pay me like half an hour extra. Generally
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, yeah.
क्योंकि
Okay.
मुझे पता है when क्लास स्टार्ट्स, सो उसके बीच में लाइक रेस्टिंग मोड होता है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग मोड होता है, थोड़ी बहुत इधर उधर बात करती है, करते करते इफेक्टिव जो क्लास का आउटपुट होता है वो 60 मिनट्स नहीं होता. 60 मिनट्स में इट टर्न्स आउट टू बी अराउंड व्हाट 45 और 50 मिनट्स.
Yeah,
तो
yeah.
इसलिए अभी वो 90 मिनट्स क्लास खिंच जाती है. आई एम ओके विद इट.
ठीक है, sir. I mean, it is a bit expensive, but just give me like a day or two to get back to you.
Sure, if you have any other quotation in mind, do let me know after
Okay.
considering.
Okay. Fine.
Okay,
Thank you so much for your time, sir. I'll get back to you.
thank you.